Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach and happy Thanksgiving. I'm recording this on Thanksgiving and why not? I've got really not a lot of else to do. It's a staycation for our family. We'll have some food tonight, but it's a 4-day weekend and relaxing. So I thought, why not make some videos? So I want to do a couple here in AutoDeconstruct to kind of close things out and actually get a 1.0 release with it. I've already made a branch for this NoAutoDeconstruct, and that is going to be this, which I don't think I'm going to do the second part. I think that's actually going to be, change this out. There, good enough. So not on an assembly. It's going to be on a type only, and you can only do it once. So in any event, yeah. The one thing I also have to change is, if I haven't done this already, is the way Rox publishes things. It does it slightly different. I think this line here is the key, and that actually puts it into the right spot so that it acts as an analyzer, but it also acts as something that you can reference. So, which is what we need, because we need these types to be available, or at least this attribute to be available by the caller. So let's see first how we're actually declaring the, okay, we got that, which is good. And I think everything else is pretty much the same. We probably copied it right from here. So I think we're probably good. Okay. So we got that going for ourselves. So let's put in a new type here called name NoAutoDecon. Come on. Can't type. Deconstruct attribute. Deconstruct attribute. Yeah. So we got that. I'm going to make this public sealed class derives from attribute and attribute usage. Attribute targets is a class. What else is here? There's a class. You can do an interface and a struct. Struct would be fine. So we could say class or struct. No. Struct or interface. Okay. Wouldn't make sense, I don't think, on any of the other ones. And we want to say allow multiple equals false and inherited is false, which, there we go. Okay, and that's it. That's all we need. We can actually do that a little bit cleaner. There we go. So that's all we need. Now let's write a test first, because we want it to fail. And we're going to make a new one. NoAutoDeconstruct generator tests. Right, because we want to say, no, did that? Yeah, it is test, right? Yes. Too much work, too much of the day job from doing XUnit. So, all right, so say public, not pubic, public static void generate when attribute exists. Attribute exists on class. Okay. We want one for a struct and an interface, just because reasons. Let's just do the class one first. Okay, so we need a test that won't actually generate any source. That looks like a good one. So did that one, but I'm already seeing this one, and so that's the one we actually want to grab just the code. We don't want to grab the method name. We want to put this in here. Okay, so what we want is, we want using system. Do we really need using system? I don't think so, but what we do need is using AutoDeconstruct. Okay. And then we have namespace, test namespace. We'll just say this is a class. Yeah, we can't do a record. A record would fall one way or the other. Public string ID. Get set there. Okay, except this time we're going to put no auto deconstruct. And this has to be async, which I know there's a refactoring to do that. And I know I have not enforced naming convention here, blah, 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 blah. All right, so this should not give any source. What it should do right now is actually give source, because it doesn't understand the attribute, and so it's just going to ignore it. And it fails. But why does it fail? Because there's 2, and that's correct. So it's failing the way I expect it to. Now what we need to do is in the generator, come here, and we'll let it fall through here, okay? See, the thing is with this attribute is if you're referencing this source generator, it's because you intend to have deconstruct methods for any possible type that you have declared. So this is just an opt-out. It really shouldn't be that much of what you're doing. You know, if you have 20 types defined and you say, I want 15 of them with no auto deconstruct, and I'm like, why would you use this? You know, it seems like it's actually more work than it's worth. Arguably, you could say, well, I could have an additional file that says these, but I mean, the thing I like just having it as an attribute. The thing that I'm just wondering is, where do you filter it out? I don't think we do it here, because again, the intent is that this should be adding them 2 years. We could filter it out here and say, okay, take it out if it's, the thing though is that we're getting a type or method declaration. And so if we say it's a method declaration, then it's fine. If we say, because that gets handled as a way to say, is there one that already exists as an extension method? And that's what I'm doing here. Otherwise, if it's a name type symbol, I could say, if it has that attribute on it, then filter it out. Now, hold on. There's something I got to do in rocks. Okay, I had to grab this code because this I want to say if the self, which is attribute data, and this contain, I don't need to worry about that one. I just need to say if it's equal to my auto deconstruct attribute, then we want to remove it. So let's go with that. So we're going to change this into block body, and we're going to say if context, we're going to grab the symbol, var symbol is equal to that, and then we're going to say if symbol is I method symbol, then return the symbol, because that's good. Else we should, well, okay, let me think about this, because we're always just saying return it. Here, what we could say, where it is that select distinct, filter it all down, and then say where, okay, I'm going to back out on what I said here. So we're going to back this all out. Just make sure I stop at the right time. Come on. I didn't type in that much code. There we go. Okay. So here we're going to say where distinct. Yeah, we could do that here. Where. Okay, so how do I do this here? I've already got the attribute data. Get attributes, that's the attribute data. Any. Okay, so now we want to do is, nope, we want to grab something like this. Okay. Do we have the compilation? Context.compilation. Oh, come on. There's got to be compilation somewhere here. I know I can get it off the symbol, but that... No. What? Hold on. Okay, somewhere in here, I'm providing the... Okay, I do the same thing here. And then I get compilation nodes, which I'm not doing here. I just do the output of the provider collect. So I stick in something else in here. And whatever that is, we're just going to roll with that. We're going to say that, and then we're going to say that, which screws everything else up here. Compilation nodes. Yeah, right. Okay. So the left and the right. So what we want to put in here now is compilation. So this will be right, left. I honestly source right. And I think that should all work now. Yep. Okay. I honestly do not understand how that all works. The whole combine, provider, collect. And it's funny because I love source generators, but man, this stuff just does not click in my head at times. Some of the design choices that have been made, but oh well. Okay, so now we have a compilation. So we could say var NoAutoDeconstruct attribute is equal to get type, or what we call who, where, why, what is it? Get type of metadata name. Oh, thank you. My God. Well, we want the type of, not the... There we go. Okay, so now we want to say in here, any. Okay. Data, what are we saying here? Is not null, and wait, we want to say it does not happen. Okay. And wait, this is the attribute class, right? Yeah. And we don't care about that. We just need to say equals. And then we say symbol quality compare. And then that's that, and that's that. There. That should be all we need to do, right? So now if I come back to this test, this one should actually not generate anything anymore. Okay. But if I run all my other generator tests, they should still pass because they don't have this on it. And it passes. Okay, so now let's come to just the tests here and say run all these. And they all pass. Good. So I've got good progress on attribute. There. Should also make a note here in the docs somewhere to... Oh, and I need to put that in as a added thing. I've been not can't talk. I just have design notes. I actually don't have documentation for this. So that's a problem. Don't I have a changelog? Jeez. What is wrong with me? It's amateur hour here. Where is the... There it is. Okay, so let's open it there. Let's make the necessary changes. 0.0.0. I don't think I have set this up to be like an alpha. I'm just, yeah, there's no reason. Not released yet. Added. Putting NoAutoDeconstruct on a type will remove it. Remove it? Will signal AutoDeconstruct not to generate a deconstruct method. This was issue 6, except this is not rocks, this is AutoDeconstruct 6. So that was added. Let's get rid of all this because that ain't part of this. Okay. The thing also though that I want to look at is issues here and what have we closed. Generated code now uses fully qualified names. And this was issue 5. No, not 6. Not 6. 5. Explicit code generation. Yeah, records. Records are now considered for, how do I say this? They're now I always say this if there's noise in the house. I'm like, I'm sorry if you're hearing it. Then as I edit the video later, it's like you can't hear anything. But my wife is vacuuming right now, so if you hear that, sorry. Okay, so we've got, nice. Okay, I think that's good. We got that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need this. We got documentation around this. Well, we got it in the changelog. We don't have a documentation. Actually, create overview how to document. Make sure I have something that clearly explains how AutoDeconstruct works. That will be an enhancement on the 1.0 milestone. There. Okay. So we got that going for us. All right. Documentation, always at the forefront of every project. Okay, I don't know if I need anything else other than to create tests for the other cases. So let's get that done right away. We'll say struct. And I want to see if it does the right thing. Yes. Coolness. And it made it async. Yeah. You know, for all the crap that Visual Studio gets, it does do a fair amount in terms of like refactorings and code fixes and all that other stuff, which I'm very happy of. Okay, so that should be that. And then we need to say, boom. All right, so I'm going to shut down startup again if everything passes. And to make an integration test with this is kind of weird. Actually, I just noticed there's an inheritance test here. There's also a test I want to write real quick about generics. Okay, we'll actually do that when I shut down startup again. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, everything passes, so let's commit. All tests pass. And I added a changelog, but you know, whatever. So we got that going for us. The one thing, like I just said, I want to add a generics test because I do not believe I have that. And I want to put that in here just to make sure it's doing the right thing, because if it is, it should do the right thing, but you never know. Okay, so let's get rid of all that. Come on. Come on, I know you're like really struggling right now with me recording, okay? But, oh, come on. Whatever. Public, static, class, generic. Yeah, now you suddenly go, oh, now you're not going to gray those out. You were going to gray those out, but, you know, for the love of Pete. Okay, so public, static, void, deconstruct with generic. And what do I mean by this? Well, what I want to have here is a public class. Do I want to put that in there? It shouldn't matter. It should just work. So, okay. Public class generic data. Okay, and so we're going to have a T. And we're going to have a public T data. Get set. Okay. Now, what we want is var data is equal to new generic data of string, where we say data is equal to this, because I'm creative. You can deconstruct with more than one. But, you know, why not? Value. Okay, so we're going to have two here. Value equals that. Okay, now what I want to say is var new data, var new value is equal to data. And that should work. Assert multiple. Assert that new data. Are you picking up what you're supposed to be? No, you don't know. Okay, well, maybe this is a bug. We're going to find out. New data is equivalent to, well, we want to say it's equal to this. Okay, and then we want to say new value is equal to that. Does this work? No, it failed. Yeah, it totally. Which is good though. I was hoping that this would actually kind of fail. Yeah, it is generating it. Like if you look at the messages, it's saying here there's a generic AutoDeconstruct, and it's totally messed up. So actually in the next episode, I'm gonna take this test out, commit what I have off camera, and then I'm gonna, in the next episode, the next thing I'm gonna do is actually put this in here and say generic should be supported. It seems like it's a bug. So we'll handle this in the next episode. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.